Hello to everyone in YouTube land. I'm Giantkiller, game master, world builder, and amateur mythologist. You can find me at Jack Gogsbane on Twitter, and of Gods and Gamemasters here and on Facebook and on my website and TikTok or DeviantArt. I'm Jack Giantkiller. On Instagram, I'm Jack Gogsbane again. Welcome to Of Gods and Gamemasters, a channel focused on tabletop role playing and LARP. From Dungeons & Dragons 5e, to GURPS, to Mutants and Masterminds, to Chronicles of Darkness, to Scion 1st Edition, and Pathfinder. Future installments might focus on systems like Fate or Genesis, who knows. But throughout all of it, the main thread will be world building, with a healthy side of mining myths and folklore for stories, antagonists, themes, and tropes. As a bit of background, I'm a partially disabled stay-at-home dad, homeschooling my kids during this lovely pandemic. I've been playing and running games for 40 years. While this doesn't make me an authority, it does give me some insight. The fact that I've played all the systems above, plus, just for example, 7th Sea, Legend of Five Rings, every edition of D&D, Pathfinder, Villains and Vigilantes, Traveller, the original, Star Frontiers, Gamma World, etc., means I have a different perspective on game systems and world building than some others might. Not better, just different. I'm hugely inspired by the work of Tolkien, primarily when it comes to thoroughness. That doesn't mean my worlds are all Tolkien pastiches. I also love Norton, Longle, Le Guin, C.S. Lewis, Susan Cooper, Poul Anderson, Frank Herbert, Zelazny, McCaffrey, and more recently, Shannon Maguire, Laurel K. Hamilton, Kim Harrison, Stephen Brust, Brandon Sanderson, Jim Butcher. Stories come from everywhere, and I think that an important part of being good at making them, especially for role-playing games, is reading or watching a lot of them as well. I cut my teeth on Greek and Norse myth, and I never stopped searching for more. From the tales of the Amatsukami to the ancient Sumerians. Fairy tales from Grimm to Anderson and far beyond. Again, this is all just so you'll know where I'm coming from. I don't have any degrees, no claim to authority. I do my best to get my research right, but I'm bound to screw up somewhere. For our purposes, the specifics aren't as critical. We're here to build worlds and tell cooperative stories in them. Stories about heroes and villains and people just trying to get by. Stories as gritty as Renaissance crime dramas about thieves' guilds, and as fantastic as riding a golden bark around the sun. Stories, most importantly, about the characters your players bring to the table, and the world you built for them to have their stories in. Or built with them in some cases. We'll get to that. Welcome, Game Masters. Let's talk about gods.